We began this problem on a different video, and the goal here is to graph the line passing through the point -1, 1 with slope -3/2. So the starting point again is given as -1, 1. So our first task is to figure out where the line begins or starts, and that's the point -1, 1. So look for that on the grid, figure out where the point goes, and then turn your attention to the slope. And in this case, and always in math, we call the slope little m. So even though they're not calling it small m, I can give it that name. And again, it's a negative fraction. So I have to decide whether I'm putting the negative on the numerator or the denominator. And either way, it works just fine. So decide to yourself whether you like to have the negative on the numerator or denominator. Just don't do both. One of the two. In my case, I always like to put the minus with the numerator. And so this tells me now that the rise is -3 and the run is +2. So my rise is negative. That means starting from my point on the grid, I've got to go down 3 steps. So 1, 2, and 3. So that puts me over here. This is where I pause and take a little break. And now I look at the run. In this case, the run is 2, and it's positive. So I'm going to go 1, 2 steps to the right. This is where I end up. And that's pretty much the end of the problem. I just connect the start point and the end point together, and that's my graph. I'm finished. Now keep in mind that if I had put the negative in the denominator, my graph would still be perfectly fine. I would get the same exact line, because in this case, the rise would be 3 and the run would be -2. So if I start again at the point -1, 1, the starting point, and rise 3 steps, I would go 1, 2, 3, and then run -2. Because the run is negative, I gotta go backwards, and it puts me again on the same exact line. So again, you don't have to do both of these things. You just have to do one of them in order to decide what the graph looks like. And so it's up to you. You can decide whether to do the top one or the bottom one, but once you get the graph, you're basically finished with the problem.